Hello and welcome back, and today's video we are going to be doing our final square for the springtime flower blanket, which is what I think I'm calling it. You may have noticed a progression over the last 6 videos where the name has been steadily building to springtime flowers. This final square has more colours in it than our other squares. However, the reason for this colour choice is because of my trip to London a couple of weeks ago when I went to see Tom Hiddleston. So, well, a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago. And so this is the square. And even though this doesn't actually have anything to do with the show itself, the following day I went to the London Aquarium. While I was at the London Aquarium, I saw some fish, obviously, and those fish, some of those fish, I'll put up an image here. I saw these fish and I loved the colours of these fish, and I went, I need to make something with those colours in. So when I came home, and I've been working on this blanket ever since, I was looking for my photographs and I saw those fish and I went, I really need to try to make something with that colours. And I found these colours in my stash. So I've not gone out and bought any yarn for this. I've literally found these in my stash, so I'm very happy I found them. So we're going to have this yellow, a light purple, a bit of a dark purple, and then a green to go with the grass part of the pattern. So this is what we're going to be making today. And to do this, we are going to be needing the usual bits and pieces. So we have got a 4mm hook, a pair of scissors, needles to weave in your ends, and like I say, 3 different colours. So I'm going to be starting with this yellow. Roll my sleeves up a bit there. So for round 1 we're going to be starting off with a magic circle, and within that magic circle we're going to start off by doing some half double crochets. So I'm going to chain 2 for our half double crochet, and then another 2 for a chain 2, and then I'm going to go into the loop and I'm going to do a half double crochet and a chain 2, and I'm going to do that 7 times. So in total I will end up with 8 half double crochets and 8 spaces. Let's see how many I am on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I can get rid of that last one. And then we're going to join with a slip stitch into the second chain of our first chain 4. And then we can fasten off this colour. We don't need this one anymore. So for round 2 I'm going to introduce my next colour, which is going to be lighter purple. And for this particular stitch we're going to be introducing a puff stitch. So what we need to do, and I need to stop saying so, I should put a counter up on how many times I say so. Luckily for you, I edit most of them out. We're going to start with a chain 2. Is it a chain 2? It's a chain 3. We're going to start with a chain 3, and then we're going to do a puff stitch in this space. To do a puff stitch, we're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through a loop. We're going to yarn over and pull through a loop. We're going to yarn over and pull through a loop. Now we should have 7 loops on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through all of those loops. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to do that again in the same space. So we're going to yarn over and start our hook and yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, insert our hook and pull through. Again, we should have 7. Let's just double check. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yarn over and then chain 1. And we're literally going to do that all the way around. So we're going to do 2 puff stitch in each space, separated with a chain 1. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, pull through, yarn over, insert our hook, pull through, and you're basically doing that 3 times. So that's 1, 2 and 3. I'm going to do that again. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. Thing with puff stitches, it uses a lot of yarn, so you have to get lots out. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. So what you'll end up with is 2 petals in each space. I'm just going to do my last set in this one here. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2 and 3. Chain 1, and then we're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of your first puff stitch. And there you go. That is round 2 done. So moving on to round 3, we're going to introduce our next colour, and we're going to pick any space you want, and we're just going to join up our yarn, and we're going to do chain 3, and that chain 3 is going to count as a double crochet, and then we're going to do a double crochet in the same space. Now we're going to move over to the next chain 1 space, and we're going to do a double crochet and another double crochet, and then move over to our next chain 1 space and do 2 double crochets into that space. And that's what we're going to do all the way around. 2 double crochets in each chain 1 space. just finishing up, and we're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of our chain 3, and once again we're going to fasten off and join our next colour. So we've just done round 3 and we're now about to start round 4. So what we're going to start off with is we're going to insert our hook between a pair of stitches, between a V-stitch. So this is a V-stitch here, and we can join anywhere between, what's the best way of saying this? This is a V-stitch here. We want to insert our first stitch next to a V-stitch. So I'm going to start off by joining my yarn, and I'm going to chain 5, which is 2 for the half double crochet, and then 3 for a chain 3 gap, or a chain 3, and then I'm going to go to the next space, skip over the V-stitch and go into the next space, and we're going to do a half double crochet and a chain 1. Move over to the next one, do a half double crochet and a chain 1. Move over to the next one, do a half double crochet and chain 1. So we've now just done 3 half double crochets with a chain 1. We're now going to go into our next stitch, and we're going to do a half double crochet and a chain 3. Now we're going to go into our next stitch, and we're going to repeat our original 3. So it's half double crochet, chain 1, and we're going to do that 3 times. Half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet and chain 1. So we have 3 of them. We're going to do a half double crochet and a chain 3. We'll repeat that again. Half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet and chain 3, half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, chain 1. And if you've done it right, you should then be able to join with a slip stitch in the second stitch from your chain 5. Now it will roll in on itself, but that's fine. It will sort itself out when we do the next couple of rows, so don't worry too much about that. So what we've got here is the 3. I'm just going to say something, and I keep doing this. You don't need to cut your yarn off. We're going to carry on with the same colour. I don't know why. I think because everything is one row, for some reason I get to that point and I accidentally cut my yarn. I've done this loads of times. So basically what we've got now is we've got these chain 3, which are going to be our corner spaces for our square. So I'm going to rejoin my green, but don't cut your yarn. And then we're going to move on to round 5, and we're going to start in a corner space, and you would only really need to slip stitch into your corner space. And in that space we are going to chain 3. So we've done a chain 3, which is going to count as a double crochet. Then we're going to do another double crochet, and then we're going to do a treble crochet, and then we're going to chain 2. We're going to do a treble crochet and then 2 double crochets, all in that corner space. So we're going to move over to this chain 1 space, and in this chain 1 space we're going to start off by doing 3 double crochets. And in our next chain space we're going to do 3 half double crochets. And in our next chain space we're going to go back to do 3 double crochets. Now we're at a corner space, and in that corner space we are going to do 2 double crochets, a treble crochet, a chain, chain 2, treble crochet, 2 double crochets, and then we're going to go into our next chain 1 space where we're going to do 2 double crochets, and then we're basically going to repeat what we've just done along this side. So we're going to do 3 half double crochets, three double crochets, which is now going to bring us into a corner space where we're going to do 2 doubles, a treble, chain 2, a treble, a double or 2 doubles, and then we're going to move over to our chain 1 space and we're going to go straight into doing 3 double crochets, 3 half double crochets, back into doing 3 double crochets. We're going to go to our corner space where we're going to start off by doing 2 double crochets, and if you can hear snoring in the background, that's my cat. I only needed to do one of them. I got put off by Nanook snoring. Chain 2, a triple crochet, 2 double crochets. We're going to go back to our chain space where we're going to do 3 double crochets, three half double crochets, and a double crochet, and then 3 double crochets, which brings us back to this corner space where we are just going to join with a slip stitch in the top of a chain 3. Now I'm just going to slip stitch over to the corner space so we can start row 6. So now we're going to start row 6 and to do row 6, slip stitch over to the next chain space, and I'm going to do a single crochet and a chain 2 and a single crochet, and that's going to be a corner stitch. And now from here on we're just going to do 15 single crochets across, And then in the corner space we're going to do 1 single crochet, a chain 2 and a single crochet, and then we're going to do 15 across again. Chain 2, single crochet, and then single crochet across. Single crochet, chain 2 and single crochet in the corner, and again single crochet across. I'm just going into my slip stitches here, so they can be a little bit more difficult to work in. And then I'm going to join up with my first single crochet in that corner stitch with a slip stitch, third time lucky, pull up a loop, trim off your yarn and fasten off. So this is our final square for our blanket, and in next week's video I'll be showing you how to join all the squares together. As it stands at the moment, all 6 patterns are available to purchase for free on my Ko-fi page. From next week you will be able to purchase the whole pattern for free, and it'll just be 1 pattern, whereas this is currently 6 squares. I will be compiling all of them into 1 pattern, so you'll be able to download the whole pattern all in one, including the layout. Thanks very much for watching, and if you've got time, why not like and subscribe. Got some other videos you can watch. Up here would be the rest of the crochet along, and then just here would be a how to crochet section on how to learn all the stitches that we've done today. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.